Hello my sweet friends and welcome to DIY with Nadia. Today we're making 3 very different floral picture frame DIYs. To get started on this project, I will be using this little picture frame, and for whatever reason, it was on clearance at the Dollar Tree for 75 cents. So I just grabbed it and I'm glad I did. I'm going to remove that little piece of paper and the jute cord, and then I'm going to grab one of my favorite scrapbooking books. It's called Best of Paper Studio, and I'm going to be using a sheet of paper that looks like it just has like old writing on it. It's so shabby chic and beautiful and elegant. I just fell in love with it, and all I'm doing here is just I'm tracing the little picture that came out of the frame, and I'm going to cut it out. Next, I'm whipping out my trusty Elmer's glue, and I'm just going to put some glue all the way around and a little bit in the middle. The reason I'm hot gluing the scrapbooking paper to the cardboard is because I'm going to hot glue a wreath there, and I needed that paper to be nice and dry against that cardboard so that I'm able to hot glue that little mini wreath on top. While I am going to paint the picture frame brown, I did decide to start off with a little base of white chalk paint just to get rid of all that purple. It stands out too much. So I'm going to give it one good coat of white paint before I move on to the brown. For my brown, I will be using a combo of a Craft Smart Brown and also Folk Art Gray Owl. And I'm just mixing the brown paint until I get to the color that I want it to be. I am giving the frame 2 coats of the brown, and then I'm going to put it aside to dry. To complete the frame, I'm grabbing some more of that Folk Art Gray Owl and then Craft Smart Vanilla and mixing it to a kind of like a lighter, softer color than my frame is, and then really nicely going to dry brush it all the way around. I absolutely love this method and love how the frame came out. Now we're just putting the updated backing back into the picture frame. I'm going to be using this little mini wreath that I got on Amazon because I never had the luck of finding those mini little heart wreaths that Dollar Tree had. I just could never find them, so I just went ahead and ordered some online. If you're interested in one of these, I have it in my Amazon store, and also I will link it in the description box below. I'm going to be decorating my wreath with a bow, and I'm going to make a triple bow using 2 types of ribbons and a jute cord. I'm starting with the farmhouse ribbon, and I'm making a simple bow. On top of that, I'm grabbing the lace ribbon, making a bow and putting it on top. And then to complete it, I'm grabbing some jute cord, making another bow, and then just cutting it off, and then grabbing another piece of jute cord to tie it all together. And by the way, all the ribbon is from the Dollar Tree. And that's it. I just brought everything together, tied it with the jute cord, and then hot glued it to the top of the wreath. And now for my floral piece. I am going a little bit of vintage shabby chic with my piece. So I pulled out my vintage rose garland, and these are mini little roses on this long strand, or what I have left of it. And I'm just grabbing one of the prettiest roses, and I'm going to hot glue it to the center of my bow. I think this piece turned out so sweet and so elegant, and I'm quite sure you're going to see this in maybe some of my vignettes or other home decor, because I'm absolutely obsessed and in love with this little decor piece. I'm so excited to be part of this Bring in the Summer with Flowers hop. It is hosted by my sweet friends Diane and Johnny at Deco Easy. And all you have to do for the hop is watch my video, and then I will provide a link in the description box below. Click that link, go to the next creator, watch their video, and click on the link that they provide. In order to go all the way around the hop, just keep on clicking on the link of the next creator until you get to the original creator. And that's it. Have fun, and I hope you enjoyed this hop. Now, let's go to the next DIY. To make our super simple lantern, I'm going to use 4 of these picture frames from the Dollar Tree. And the first thing I did was I removed the backing, and then I also removed the little pieces that hold the backing in place. And they come off super, super easy. Just pull them off with some pliers, or I'm actually using my wire cutters, just, obviously not like cutting into them, but they come off super easy. To put the lantern together, we have 2 styles. First, we can do this kind of overlapping style, and as you can see, it makes a perfect square. But the thing is, on the side, it just does not look symmetrical because one side only has like 1 bar and the other one has 2. The other option is when you have a frame and then the side frames either go next to the main frame or on the inside. And it's a little bit of a rectangle kind of look, but I like symmetry. So for me, I kind of had no choice. I wanted that kind of symmetrical in case it's on the side, that all the sides are even basically. So what I'm doing here is I'm just hot gluing them together and just hot gluing. And then I'm going to hot glue right where they kind of unite. There's a little groove right there and it sits there perfectly. And I absolutely love the fact that I can just throw some hot glue right there and it's nice and secure. And by the way, my hot glue is Gorilla Glue just because for something like this, I want to make sure that it's nice and sturdy. Now I'm grabbing my sanding block and I'm going to sand everything down. And there's 2 reasons for that. Number one, in case any of the hot glue spilled out, that's going to flatten that out. And number two, this will help my chalk paint attach to the actual lantern really nicely and securely. Now I'm going to give it 3 coats of the white chalk Rust-Oleum paint in linen white just to make sure that everything is covered, and especially on the inside it's a little darker than the outside. So I just kept on just painting, leaving it alone, then kind of fixing things up and then coming back to it. And then to make sure that it stays in place, you could, if you want, use some gloss or some kind of an acrylic sealer to make sure that the paint doesn't chip or anything like that. But I'm going to leave it just like this. To decorate, I'm going to grab one of those Dollar Tree big vases, and also I have this faux candle. I can just turn it on and put it in, and no, I did not put any bottom on my lantern. This is just going to be so super easy. For the floral element, this is going to be so easy. I'm grabbing the wisteria flower and I'm just wrapping it around the vase and kind of tying it. And then I'm just going to turn it around and tie it on the other side of the vase with the second wisteria floral. And that's it. It's all done. And you can just place it anywhere you want. You can interchange it. You can remove the flowers, put a little bow. You could do anything you want with this. And it's just, the whole lantern is just, it's very elegant. It's interchangeable. I think it's absolutely simple, cute, and I love the way it turned out. For this project, I'm using a thrifted picture frame, so as you can imagine, the first thing I did was clean. The glass was really dingy, and so was the frame. So I cleaned it really well, and then I grabbed my sandpaper and just sanded the top of the frame as much as I could. When I was done roughing it up a little bit and sanding it down, I grabbed a paintbrush to get rid of anything, dust, any of that debris that I took off. And I just went over the frame a few times to make sure that there's nothing left from when I was sanding it. That way it's a nice smooth layer with my paint. And for my paint, I used 3 coats of the chalk Rust-Oleum paint in linen white. This wedding picture was taken by a photographer friend of ours at our wedding, and because it had this unique gloss on it, I had to make the picture frame kind of match. And so this is why we're going for glam here. I'm going to be using this glitter from Walmart, and I'm just going to Mod Podge it straight onto my frame. I'm going to give a layer of Mod Podge, then I'm going to give it a bunch of glitter, let that dry, and then when I go back to seal my glitter, I like to use this method where I take a shabby brush and I just dab the Mod Podge straight onto the glitter, and that gives me a good seal. And just in case any area is not dry enough when I go back to put this layer on, I know that I'm not going to pull anything or damage my project in any way. So I just dab all the way around the frame. And by the way, this was very therapeutic and relaxing. And that's it for the frame. I'm going to just let it dry at this point. For my floral element, I'm going to be adding these beautiful lilac flowers. I'm not sure what they're called, but they are from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just hot gluing them to the top left corner, and I'm going to put a little white bow right in the center. For the bow, I'm going to be using a grosgrain ribbon, and I'm going to make a simple bow, and I am going to bring it together with a needle and thread straight in the middle, and I'm just going to just do one stitch, and then I'm just going to wrap the needle with the thread all the way around the bow and just kind of pull it in, and you have a nice beautiful bow. And then I'm going to just wrap it around the bow a few more times and just make a few knots in the back. And that's it. Very simple, but this bow will stand out and will look beautiful. As I put my bow in the corner, I noticed that it just needs a little bit more flowers. So I grabbed another purple flower and I removed the top from it and cut off the bottom and just kind of kept the biggest part, the thickest part with the most flowers, hot glued it straight in that corner. Then I hot glued the bow on top of that and then grabbed one little flower and hot glued that in the center of the bow.